everyone. So in this video, I wanted to walk you through the strategy that we have been implementing and you can use to immediately start making money on TikTok Shop right now in January 2024. So without further ado, I'm just going to jump straight into it. So the first concept I would like to introduce, because what I realized is it wasn't a very popular method of doing marketing, especially on D2C yet. But TikTok Shop has really popularized this method, and I could see it rise to prominence very much in the D2C space, and it will play an important role in basically every brand's strategy moving forward. Marketing is called affiliate marketing. Obviously, affiliate is not a new concept. It has been around as far as internet has existed, but in the past, it hasn't really, but even in 2023, up till TikTok Shop has popularized this idea, it hasn't really been widely adapted in the D2C space. So roughly a decade ago, Facebook really popularized social media ads. But at that point, social media ads, essentially, the brand create an account and they will run all the ads on this branded account. So it's more like a one-to-many type of marketing where there's only just one branded account and broadcasting and really running ads to the users, to the potential audience. From just simply doing social media ads one-to-many, there's a new idea that started to formalize, which is called influencer marketing. Because as these platforms grow, some of these content creators also start to grow and start to get benefited due to their content, and they start to create and form an audience of their own. So at this point, brands start to develop a strategy around influencer marketing where they could leverage these influencers' audiences to promote their products. So at this point, it became one account, one branded account running all the ads, all the content, to a couple of influencers also started to become ambassadors of the brand. So it went from one to a couple, 10, 20 influencers that are promoting, that are marketing, building this brand awareness for the brand. So I would say for the last 5 to 6 years, influencer marketing has really become this prominent strategy that many of these big brands, mega 8-9-figure brands, are able to utilize. But the downside is, first of all, it's quite expensive to partner up with these influencers because the way it works is you have to pay upfront compensation to these influencers for them to post content. And usually the partnership isn't structured in a way that the influencers will be benefited after this one-time compensation payment because they are not essentially affiliates. So it became this very transactional thing. Obviously, there will be brands that are able to create this more sustainable and regular type of partnership with these influencers, but most of the time, it's very much a one-time payment, one payment for one piece of content type of deals. So at this point, you probably realize there are many downsides to influencer marketing because influencers, at the end of the day, aren't very much incentivized to create good content. They're just there to make that one-time compensation, money, and that's it. So now let's fast forward to 2023, later half of 2023, where TikTok Shop was officially launched in the US. Then what happened there? So one innovation that TikTok Shop made was being able to connect their huge pool of community of content creators on TikTok with sellers so that they could popularize this new method of marketing that very much, stemmed from influencer marketing, but rather than being very transactional, rather than making this a one-time payment, now these influencers, now these content creators are in fact affiliates that are able to consistently generate commission and are able to very much work on a longer term horizon with these brands as affiliates. And one major upside for the brands is the fact that they don't have to pay a huge amount of money upfront for these affiliates to get signed up, because most of the time the cost would just be the free sample. When you send these free samples to the affiliates, they are now officially eligible affiliates who can create content and make money through commission rather than this upfront payment. And honestly, I think this is pretty genius because imagine now you, rather than having just 10, 15 expensive influencers that probably are not incentivized to create good content because the partnership isn't formed that way, to now you can have 500, 1,000 affiliates per month that are incentivized to create good content because when they make money, you make money. Okay, cool. So at this point, I just went over the progression where we started with typical social media ads to where we're now in January 2024, where we will be utilizing affiliates. So at this point, before I move forward, I wanted to iterate this point again, which is affiliate marketing is the biggest and the most effective strategy currently in 2024. And I think it will continue to become a big component in the success of building out a TikTok shop. With all that being said, I wanted to quickly go into how exactly you can build out your TikTok shop infrastructure, affiliate infrastructure as quickly as possible. So currently, there are 4 main ways that we are providing services for our sellers to build out the infrastructure, and these are basically the ways that you can build them out yourself. So number 1 is utilize TikTok Shop Affiliate Center. So this is a quick snapshot of what the TikTok Shop Affiliate Center looks like. And once you get inside of the TikTok Shop Seller Center, you're basically just going to click on affiliates and get started. Then you will land on this page. So essentially what you can do then after this is go into Find Creators and type in your criteria, what category, follower count, followers, performance, and then start literally DMing these affiliates and ask them if they're interested in getting a free sample and becoming your shop affiliate. All the shops are adapting the same strategy. So it's becoming harder and harder because on average, every affiliate currently that is qualified to become affiliate inside TikTok Shop Center is on average getting 20 similar types of messages every day in their inboxes that are asking them to become an affiliate of these shops. So that is why I put this is only a temporary solution where you're mass DMing these affiliates to ask them to become to request samples so that they could start creating content for your shop. But what I would say is this is still working really well, even at the stage where it's becoming saturated. It's definitely becoming less effective than 3 months ago. But if you're able to run volume, if you're able to implement some strategies to send out 1,000 messages, 2,000 messages per day, this is still very much a doable and effective solution. Now, let's move on to open collaboration. So what does that mean? Once you are inside Affiliate Center, click on open collaboration. And then this is where you will have all the products that are eligible for creators to sign up automatically. So what you're going to do next is to go back to Find Creators, and you will see there's a button that's called Invite. So exactly what this is going to do is going to invite these affiliates to sign up to become an affiliate. So obviously this is a more effective strategy than DMing affiliates because you can very much automate this. What you're gonna do is just add a ton of creators in the list and then choose the appropriate product, and then you can just send an invitation to all of them. So this is kind of like cold email, but everything is done inside the affiliate center. The second strategy, open collaboration, pretty much goes hand in hand with the first one, where you are chat box messaging these affiliates. But for more well-known brands, I imagine open collaboration will be a more effective way and the more time-efficient way to collect as many affiliates as you can. The backdrop is all these affiliates are getting a ton of invitations, are getting a ton of messages every single day. How are you going to stand out? More affiliates will likely to accept invitations from better, more well-known brands. So in this case, open collaboration works better for bigger brands. So now let's move on to emails. So this is a new way that we have developed over the past few weeks because the fact that it has gone so much more competitive So what we are doing now is to create the second touch point where we can send emails to these content creators outside of the TikTok shop ecosystem. And from our experience right now, you definitely get more response rate, and it's actually easier to manage because you can have a system where you set up all the cold emails, all the sequences, and have someone who can manage the inbox and put these affiliates into a CRM so that you can easily see which stage, what creator is at which stage, and how you're able to better streamline this process. So emails, in my opinion, is the easier and more scalable way that I think more brands will start to adapt over the next few months. Then lastly, personalized DM on TikTok. Taking away ourselves from TikTok Shop, Seller Center, and now we're going inside the TikTok app. Inside there, you would literally DM these affiliates, these content creators in the messaging and ask if they are interested in partnering up with you as an affiliate. So as you can imagine, this is a super hard way to scale because you are doing it pretty much manually. And also be careful with TikTok guidelines because you're only able to send a certain amount of messages per day. Otherwise, you will be flagged as spam, as a bot, and you will probably wait a few days before you start sending again. So this is definitely the least effective method, which I don't really recommend. But what I think is that's going to stand out is, again, you are messaging, you are creating a touch point that is outside of the shop center that 99% of the brands are still heavily utilizing right now. So I think the main takeaway for you is to get creative. What are ways that you can reach these affiliates outside of the typical way that everyone is utilizing? Here we go. These are the 4 common methods that we are utilizing still to this day to create and to build up this TikTok affiliate infrastructure. Before we end this video, I wanted to also go over how to sustain your affiliate infrastructure, because once you build up this system where you have a large pool of affiliates, how you're actually going to make sure they stay here, how you're going to make sure they're going to become loyal affiliate to a brand, because the competition is huge. There are always other brands inviting these affiliates to jump on their boat. So how are you going to make sure that you can sustain this community of affiliates for your own brand for a longer time period? A few things that we are doing currently to pretty much help us to connect and personalize and formalize our relationship with these affiliates. Once you start to do what I showed you exactly earlier in the video, I could guarantee you will start to get orders, you will start to get revenue coming into your shop. Then what you're gonna do next is to look at and pay attention to the creator analysis. So this is essentially where you can see the current performance of all the affiliates that you have signed up for. And what you want to do is to look at who are the top affiliates for your current shop, and you want to reach out to them personally, either get their email, get their WhatsApp number, and start formalizing this relationship where they could also feel like they're valued because you are sending them personalized messages. You're reaching out to them one-on-one. So basically become a human. Really ask about, hey, give them encouragement. Tell them, hey, they're doing great. They are very valuable, and they're a very valuable affiliate, a member even of the brand. And tell them about your vision. Tell them about what's your plan with the TikTok shop, that they could, become this crucial part of the growth success of the brand in the long run, in the long term. So these are all things that you need to start paying attention to, because at the end of the day, it's all about relationship management. Affiliates, they are bombarded with messages with other people giving them deals. So the way that you need to sustain this is that you need to show your effort. You need to spend time to build out these connections. And the second thing is, once you identify these top performing affiliates, what you could do is to come into target collaboration and actually create a specific collaboration where you only invite the top best performing affiliates and give them a higher commission. Financially incentivize these affiliates to stay with you longer and to create more content for you because they're gonna make more money Third, this is kind of like going off of the first point, which is once you establish the connection, once you are able to really talk with these affiliates on a personal basis, then you need to move them inside some type of group chat where you can reach these affiliates one button, one tap away on your phone, and then you can, give them different types of rewards, different types of bonuses so that they can really stay with you for a long time. I think the overarching idea here is the first step is you need to ramp up the volume as much as you can, as quickly as you can. You don't need to get involved too much with the personalization at this point. We just need volume. Then after that, after we formalize, after we create this pool of creators, now is the time to get in the weeds. Now is time to get personalized, to get one-on-one with these affiliates. So first is quantity, then second is quality. So this is pretty much what I prepared for this video, and drop a like or leave a comment in terms of what question you have in terms of doing affiliate marketing on TikTok Shop currently. What I will say is if you can do this diligently for months, starting right now, you will see success on TikTok Shop pretty much guaranteed, because this is still the Wild West. People are still figuring out, brands don't really know what they're doing. But if you can stick to this plan and very much create this valuable asset of content creators for your shop, you will see very quick and very good success on there pretty much right away.